Ladies and gentlemen, let us suppose for a moment that you and I are simply here to play. That the very fact of existence is not a riddle to be solved, nor a burden to be carried, but a kind of cosmic game. And the trouble is, most of us don't realize it. We take life so dreadfully seriously, as if it were a task we must complete with a straight face and a stiff back. But you see, the universe is not serious. Nature does not frown. The stars are not grim. The birds do not wake up in the morning and say, "I must sing." They simply sing. And so it is with the whole show. Existence itself is playful, spontaneous, unnecessary in the best sense of the word. It does not need to justify itself. It is its own justification. And once you begin to sense that, it changes everything. Because suddenly you are free from the tyranny of always asking, what is it all for? Where is it all going? And you begin to understand that life is not a journey, but a dance. And the music is playing now. From the moment we are children, we are taught to live for the future. We are told you are preparing for school, preparing for exams, preparing for the job, preparing for marriage, preparing for retirement, always preparing. And so life becomes a series of next steps, a staircase stretching endlessly upward towards some great arrival point. But here is the trick. When you finally get to the top, there is nothing there. Because life was never about reaching the summit. The very idea that you must justify your existence by arriving somewhere is a kind of hoax. You see, it keeps you perpetually restless, perpetually striving, perpetually missing the present moment. It is rather like listening to a piece of music and hearing only the final chord, or watching a dance and thinking the purpose is to strike a final pose. Imagine if we taught children music in that way, telling them that the point of playing the piano was simply to finish a song as quickly as possible. How absurd. Yet that is how we are taught to live. The truth, which is at once so simple and so difficult to accept, is that there is nowhere to go. You cannot arrive at life any more than you can arrive at music. You are already in it. You are already what you seek. The destination is not ahead of you, it is here, now, in every breath, every sound, every movement. Now, once you see that there is no destination, you begin to notice something curious. All of your striving, all of your effort to control begins to feel rather unnecessary, almost comical, because the harder you try to hold on to life, the slipperier it becomes. It's like trying to clutch water in your hands. The tighter you squeeze, the faster it runs away. And this is why so many people live in a constant state of frustration. They are forever resisting what is, forever pushing and pulling at reality, forever trying to improve the present moment instead of experiencing it. And the irony is, it is precisely this resistance that makes them unhappy. So what's the alternative? The alternative is surrender. But by surrender, I don't mean giving up in despair. I mean letting go in trust. Trusting that the current of life knows where it is going. Trusting that you are not a stranger in this world, but an expression of it. It is like when you learn to swim. If you thrash about in panic, the water seems hostile and you sink. But when you relax, when you let the water hold you, you float. In the same way, life is not against you. It is carrying you. And if you stop resisting, you discover it was never your burden to carry at all. This is the secret so few understand. Real strength is not in control, but in release. Real power is not in forcing, but in flowing. When you surrender, you are not defeated. You are liberated. You see, once you let go of this anxious grasping, once you surrender to the rhythm of things, life begins to reveal itself in a completely different light. It is no longer a grim march towards some goal. It becomes a play, a performance, a dance. The Hindus have a wonderful word for this, Leela, the divine play. They say the universe is not a machine grinding toward an end, but a game of hide and seek. The one The eternal self hides itself in all these countless forms, you, me, the trees, the stars, only to rediscover itself again and again in endless delight. And the trick of the game is this: you are it. You are not some stranger who was dropped here into hostile territory. You are what the whole universe is doing right now, in the same way that a wave is what the ocean is doing. When you see this, when it dawns on you, not just as an idea, but as a felt reality, suddenly the burden lifts. Life is no longer something you must conquer or justify. It is something to enjoy, something to explore, something to play with. So the invitation is simple. Stop waiting to begin. Stop imagining that fulfillment is always elsewhere. Look around. Listen. Feel. The music is playing now. And the point of the music is not the end, but the dance itself. And in this very moment, you are already dancing.